Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborne here with another episode of Food Beyond Its Nutrition, and on the plate today I have whole pan-fried crispy fish. Let's do it. Okay guys, to fry your whole fish, I have here 2 whole fishes that have been gutted. They've been cleaned, they've been gutted, and for the most part they've been scaled. But one of the things that I always do is make sure I run my knife over. If you're going to eat the skin, that is, run my knife over to make sure that the fish has been scaled properly. Okay, so I just run my knife over. If I'm actually going to scale the fish myself, I actually do that outside. I don't do that inside. If I'm going to scale a whole fish. If I'm just gonna do the like the salmon fillet, I'll do that inside. But if I'm gonna be scaling fish, that got to go outside because the scales just go everywhere, and I mean everywhere. In your hair, it's everywhere. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do, and some of this I'm gonna do off camera because I'm going to actually rinse the fish off. I'm actually going to use lime. Now you can use lemon. My preference is lime, and I'm going to rub the fish with lime, clean them off inside and out, and one of the things that does is it helps to take care of that whole the fishy smell. It really does. It helps to cut down on that fishy smell. Okay. But this is whole fish. You can actually cook this head on, head off. Choice is yours. I'm cooking it with the head on. Okay, and I'm just going to put that onto a plate here. And then, yeah, guys, I'm going to rub Mr. Fish down. And it really does. This really helps. You can actually soak the fish for a little bit in some lime water if that works for you, if that works better for you. But I'll rub it with the lime, and recognize lime is an acid, so it will start cooking the fish. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these, I'm going to rinse them off, and I will be right back. Okay guys, the fish have been rinsed. I've rubbed them off with lime. It's been rinsed, and now I'm going to prepare the fish, and it's so simple, yet this is a really important step. It's simple and it's really delicious because this is going to be crispy fried whole fish. Okay, I'm actually going to make some scores into the fish at an angle. Hold your knife at an angle, and maybe about a couple of inches, a knuckle width. Okay, that's from there to there, apart at an angle. I'm going to turn the fish over, and I'm going to do the same thing at a slight angle, slight angle, and at a slight angle. Yeah? Okay. Right. We'll do the same with the other one. At a slight angle. And guys, you're going fairly deep, but you're not cutting all the way through the bone. That would, you'd make fish steaks, and you're not wanting that. Okay, so you're cutting fairly deep, but you're not cutting through to the bone per se, or you're not cutting the bone. It's just cut very deep. Yeah. Once you have that done, what you're going to do is you're going to take some salt. Now you can put the salt in a container if you want. I find it easier to do it this way, but you can actually put the salt into a container. Actually, let me do that. Okay, so I have here about this is about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, maybe just less. It's more than half a teaspoon, at least I think so. It's more than half a teaspoon of salt, but that's what you need. Okay, so what you will do is sprinkle. You see that? You'll open up the scores and sprinkle a little bit of salt on the inside. And I do mean a little bit of salt, okay? So you sprinkle, and I usually do this from holding the actual salt container, and sprinkle salt on the inside of the fish and on the outside. Yay! Okay, he's done. So we put him over and we sprinkle salt. Actually, let me show you using the canister of salt here. So I'll open and I'll sprinkle just like that. Yeah, sprinkle over the fish. I'll open, hold the fish so that the score's open. Yep, sprinkle on the inside. Oops, sprinkle on the inside. And that's done. Okay, guys? I'm going to cover these with saran wrap. I'm going to cover the fish with saran wrap. And then put them in the refrigerator until I'm ready to cook them. And what that means is they'll stay in the refrigerator until they're ready to go, literally from the fridge to the hot oil. Fish cooks better from cold. Meat lends itself to cooking better if it's allowed to come up to room temperature or allow the intense chill to be removed from it. Fish cooks better from cold. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave this most probably for about 3-4 hours. It doesn't really matter how long. I generally don't leave this overnight, but there have been occasions when I have done and it's been fine. But yeah, I'm going to leave this most probably a couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours before I cook dinner. But this is all set, prepped and ready to go. So I'll see you when I come back and when we fry this up. Easy, easy peasy. Okay guys, now we are getting ready to actually pan fry this fish. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to gently dab it and dry it off, because we don't want to put it into the oil wet and dripping, because all you get is a lot of splatter. So I'm heating up the oil, and in the interim I'm going to just dry off the fish, and then I'm going to put it into the hot oil. Okay, so the fish is all nice and dry, and we are getting ready to put this into some nice piping hot oil. The oil doesn't have to be smoking, but it needs to be about 350, 335, 350. It needs to be within that range, okay guys? And that's to get it nice and crispy. All right, here's the oil. It was a tad hot. A tad too hot, but that's all right. Okay, we are going to slide this in. Ooh. And we are going to slide the second one in. All right, guys, and we're going to allow that to cook. We're going to allow that to cook, and I'm going to cover it because of the splatter. And you have to be careful when you take the lid off, because it will form condensation. But we're going to allow it to cook at that temperature for 8 minutes. We're not going to touch it. We're not going to do anything. So I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes. And then when I turn the fish over, all right, that's the timer set. And when I turn the fish over, you'll see how brown and crispy it is, and we'll flip it over, and then we'll cook it for another 8 minutes. And 8 minutes is the golden number for this. All right, it's doing its due. Can't see all the steam, huh? Okay guys, this is what the fish looks like. And we're going to get ready to turn it over. Oh, turn it over. It's kind of delicate. So remember that. Kind of stuck together a little bit. But I'm going to just turn it over. Nice and crispy. Turn it over. Nice and crispy. Yeah guys, that's what you're looking for. So we're going to give it another 8 minutes on that side. And once that's done, it should be done. It'll be nice, it'll be crispy, it's golden, delicious, well seasoned. All it needed was the salt. Okay guys, so we'll be back when it's done. Fish is done. I have literally just taken it out of the hot grease. I mean, you might be able to see it there. It's still kind of doing its bubbly thing. Let me see if I can get a tighter thing. Still doing its bubble. You can still see the grease bubbling away, the hot grease. But yep, so that's done. I'm gonna let it drain for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna dress him up and show you what it looks like. Hi guys, here's the fish all ready to go. Okay. This recipe is easy. It's so easy to do, as you've seen. 8 minutes on each side. You salt the fish, leave it for at least half an hour within the refrigerator. An hour is even better, but you salt the fish, pat it dry, put it into the hot grease. In truth and honesty, I had a little bit too much oil in my wok, but that's okay. So you cook it 8 minutes on each side. Look at that, guys, crispy. See? And that's what you're looking for, nice and crispy. Now, I'm gonna drizzle mine with some of my favorite sauce. You can put whatever sauce you want on this. Barbecue sauce, curry sauce, sweet Thai chili sauce. You can put a tamarind sauce. You can put tomato ketchup if you want, 1,000 Island, bang bang sauce. Whatever it is, you can put a mustard sauce, whatever it is, you can put it on top. Now, the way to eat this is where the fish is scored, you go in and it will just lift off of the bone. Literally, it lifts off of the bone. So guys, I hope you enjoy this and I truly hope you try this out. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne, and guys, I'm getting ready to bon appetit. Come on guys, I'm gonna eat. I hope you enjoy this.